Welcome to Winging It. We're playing Arkham Horror the Card Game. Today, this is Daisy and Zoey going into the secret name from the Circle Undone. We are playing on hard. This is a scenario that I have played twice before on hard and have still not gotten here without being defeated. So, prospects are not good. This is notoriously long and notoriously challenging, but I do like it. I think the theme here is really good. So they are investigating this old, decrepit house, and of course things go crazy from there. So yeah, if you look in the links at the bottom, you will see a list of all my deck upgrades I had coming into this. Zoey will be starting with Stick to the Plan. She's going to have this new card that she just picked up, which actually just came out, Fool Me Once. It lets you take a treachery that you've resolved and cancel the next one, which is very cool. And then we also have Ever Vigilant, of course, to put in assets cheaply and fast. And then we also have a Taunt, which will be good for Brown Jenkins, who happens to be aloof, and sometimes we will just need to grab him quickly. So, yeah, we are going to drop our opening hands. 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for Zoey. Zoey's Cross. We will keep that. We will keep the Enchanted Blade. Let's see. We will throw back the Stunning Blow. Maybe the Guts for now. I would like to see if we can get a Xavier. We'll draw a Daring. And, okay, Narcolepsy. Oh, that's not supposed to be in my deck. That has, give me a second here. Alright, yeah, I had accidentally shuffled in my soothing melodies, but they're gone now. And we get an evidence. Okay, so that's a thing. Alright, Daisy's going to get 7 cards because she's got 2 Studious. We are looking for the Tarot card, Mr. Rook, and Encyclopedia. Those are the things that are most important to us. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we got. Well, we got Daisy's Tote Bag. I think we want that. We want Mr. Rook. We will throw back the Assigning Revelation. Actually, all of this, except for Mr. Rook and the Tote Bag. We want the Tote Bag because eventually we're going to have Tomes in play, and she's going to get the Black Book. So, all right, we're drawing up 4 more cards, or 5 more cards. So we get the Tarot, which we can immediately put into play. Guts. Okay, Deduction's going to be good. Necronomicon we will replace. Stunning Revelation's unfortunate. And 1 more card, we get a Deny Existence. Okay, well, we got Rook, so we can pull out pretty much everything else we need. And we're already investigating at a 6, which is good, so we'll be happy with that. Okay, so we are now looking at the act and agenda. This is Agenda 2. I had not put Agenda 1 out. Here it is. Okay. So this is just Agenda 1A. The Hermit. Each non-weakness enemy gets +1 health. And after you defeat Brown Jenkins or Nahab, you gain 1 clue from the token you make. I'd be amazed if you ever saw Nahab in during Agenda 1. Okay. Investigate the Witch House. When you arrive at the old witch house, you find it in a sorrier state than you imagined. Surrounded by a crooked picket fence, the house looks as though it may fall apart in any minute. The front door is locked. You are able to easily enter through one of the windows after pulling apart the rotting wooden boards covering the shattered glass. I wonder who would think that's maybe not a good idea. Okay. Anyway, objective. If each undefeated investigator is in Walter Gilman's room, investigators may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. So we're looking for 6 clues. Okay. And they have to be in Walter Gilman's room. It's worth noting that Walter Gilman's room is, it's locked. The door to the Walter Gilman's room is locked. As an additional cost to enter Walter Gilman's room, investigators in the moldy halls must spend 2 clues as a group to advance. So we actually need to get 8 clues total to do this. So, not too much of a problem. And then they are in the Moldy Halls, which is Force Trial, 2 clue location, haunted, lose 3 resources. We do not want to lose 3 resources. Alright, 2 clues here. Alright, so I think we want Daisy to go first. We will play, I think, we will be investigating at, yeah. Alright, we're going to spend 3 resources to play Mr. Rook. We're going to Mr. Rook last, because if we pull out her, the Stubborn Detective, then we don't want it to shut down the rest of our turn. So I think we will go ahead and spend 2 resources to put down Daisy's tote bag, because I believe that's not going to be. We're gonna want to get multiple tomes now that we're gonna have the Black Book and potentially the Necronomicon come out, and we may not clear it. We're gonna investigate. We'll commit to Sounding Revelation. Might as well do it for something. We are actually at 5, 6, 7 to be 4, up by 3. Is generally pretty good because the tablets are worth -3 in this scenario. Speak of the devil. Alright, so we got a clue. We don't want to get the other clue because potentially we're going to spawn an enemy here and Zoey can kill it and use her evidence to grab one of the clues. So, alright, she will go ahead and Mr. Rook it up. And she'll look through the top 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We want that encyclopedia and the Astounding Revelation, and Pathfinder would be good too, actually. We'll grab the, oh man, the Pathfinder. We actually will grab the Pathfinder. I may regret that, because I want the encyclopedia. But we'll grab the Pathfinder in hand. We'll resolve the Astounding Revelation to get 2 resources. And she'll be able to play Pathfinder next turn. It's just so many extra actions. It's just hard to beat that. So, yeah. Alright, so let's look at Zoey's. Definitely put the cross. The 2 enchanted blades be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I think we will Ever Vigilant to go ahead and put out the Meat Cleaver, the Enchanted Blade, and Zoey's Cross. With 3 charges on the Enchanted Blade. And that is all of her resources. We get a discount for 1 for each, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, okay, so we got 1 resource left, which is nice. I think we'll just draw cards. So she'll draw a card. A Vicious Blow will definitely come in handy. We do have a Brother Xavier in here. But the other thing, we want to have enough resources to be able to play the Hallowed Mirror. But I think we will be fine. So she's just going to go ahead and draw another card. She gets Scene of the Crime. Okay. Not too bad. Alright, it's time for Upkeep. Zoey will get Smite the Wicked. Okay. So we're discarding cards from the encounter deck until we get an enemy. Okay, the Swarm of Rats. We will put them, I guess, over here. And then she gets her resource. So this might follow up my plans for getting that last clue, but it's okay. Alright, Daisy will draw a shortcut. Interesting. Shortcut's interesting because she could send Zoey in to look at this swarm of rats, and then for her first action, Zoey could play Scene of the Crime. We are at 1 of 4 doom. We'll draw an encounter. For Zoey, we'll get Racked. You get -1 to each of your skills. Okay. And then Daisy will get Century of Secrets. The Mr. Rook Killer. Okay. She will go ahead and commit Guts to this. So that puts her at 5 versus 5. Zero. She passes. Excellent. And she actually draw a card. So she will draw Mind Over Matter. Okay, that's actually pretty excellent. Because if we end up... Because I was thinking I would shortcut Zoey in. So when Zoey starts her turn, that she could be here, but she might spawn rats when she does that. So being able to evade them would be pretty good, actually. So I think Daisy will go first, and she will shortcut Zoey in to this. So let's take a look. Okay, this is... Okay. Haunted, you must either place one of your clues on this room or place one Doom my current agenda. Okay. So Zoey is going to engage Swarm of Rats. We will not use a cross. They're at 2 health because of the... But we can easily take them out with a meat cleaver, and we'd rather have the resources right now. And so there are 2 clues here, which she'll be able to pick up with the Scene of the Crime. It's unfortunate she's got the Racked, but the Swarm of Rats are only 1 health, so it's not a big deal. Okay, so Daisy played the shortcut. She will spend her 3 resources now for her first action to put down Pathfinder. We can't really use Mr. Rook because we don't want the Stubborn Detective to come out. But it's okay. We don't have any resources anyway to play the Encyclopedia, which is what we're trying to pull. She will shortcut into this location. The secret goes away. Which is... Okay. This is the... where we can search your deck for a blessed or item asset, add it to your hand. So we could use that to get the encyclopedia, but I kind of want to get out the Hallowed Mirror if I can. There are 2 clues here. It's a 3 shroud. So I think Daisy can get these clues. We fortunately did not get the one that spawns the rats, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so Daisy has 2 actions left. She will investigate. She is at 5-6 to beat 3. 3 up is pretty good. And what is the haunted on this? You see, you take 1 horror, choose and discard an asset. Okay, well, we're not going to choose and discard an asset. We'll just take a horror. If it comes to that. -1, she gets a clue. And then she will investigate. Okay, she gets a clue. Excellent deal. Alright. Zoey will spend 2 resources to play Scene of the Crime. And she will pick up these 2 clues. There's an enemy at her location. She is going to take a horror on the meat cleaver. And she's at 4-5 to beat 1, but 4 because racks. She's up by 3. -3. kills them. She could have potentially moved and taken the damage and then done it here so she could spend that resource to get to that clue. But I think Daisy can probably pick it up. Zoey has one last action. She's going to move here. The plan is to come here and then grab the mirror. So, be alright. Okay. So it's time for upkeep. Zoey will get narcolepsy. Okay. So she's asleep. She can't move until Daisy comes and wakes her up. And Daisy will draw Guts. That's good. And a resource. Okay, encounters. Zoey will get Terror in the Night. Alright, she's at 4v4. She can't commit cards to this test, right? You cannot take actions, trigger out. Okay, so we can commit cards. We just can't play cards. But we have no willpower icons to do for this. So we're just going at 4v4. Actually, 3v4 because of Rat. So this is almost certainly going to gain Surge. -2, so she fails by 3. Which means that we have that surges into. Okay, so we have to go find Brown Jenkin and take a damage. All right. So I guess that's going to allow us to get that clue. So we'll find Brown Jenkin. So Brown Jenkin is a 1/1/4, and he's aloof and hunter. And each creature enemy, which he is one, gets +2 fight. So he's actually a 3/1/4. He's actually a 3/2/4 because he gets extra health. And I should have healed this when I killed with the. All right. And then when the enemy phase ends, if Brown Jenkin is ready, each investigator's location discards his or her hand and draws that many cards. So yuck. But for killing him, we do get a clue. So that's certainly a thing. All right. Shuffle the deck. And then Daisy grabs a swarm of rats. Okay, well this is definitely a problem. A big problem. Because Zoey needs to be woken up. So Daisy is going to spend 1 to play Mind Over Matter so she can evade with her intellect. So she is evading at 6v3. It's pretty good. Okay. She'll try to evade again. Second action. 6v3. And her last action, 6v3. -2. So the swarm of rats are evaded, but it doesn't do me much good. I guess we will end up. We can do the Brown Jenkin effect here. We will Pathfinder into here, and we're just going to get rid of all of our cards and replace them with other cards. Nothing much we can do. Zoey can't do anything because she's asleep. So these rats ready. Brown Jenkin makes everybody discard their hands. So Zoey gets rid of her 3 cards, and she draws up 2, 3. She gets the Ace of Rods, Brother Xavier, and Stunning Blow. And Daisy gets rid of Guts, Deduction, and she can actually play Deny Existence to stop that. And keep the Deduction. But we could actually draw something good The deduction's nice, but it's not critical. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. Okay, yeah, read the signs is good. Mr. Work is good. Shortcut is good. Okay, not too bad. We are at 3 of 4 doom. And Zoey will get Diabolic Voices. Okay, so is there another Diabolic Voices here? There is. So she's testing at 4v4. Darn. And for each card you cannot... Okay. We don't have our guts anymore to commit to that. That they could have... Okay. Okay. Well, this is going pretty badly. Oh wait, I didn't actually draw cards and get resources for either of them. Yeah, so actually, she has a scene of the crime and a resource, and Daisy would have drawn a deny existence and a resource. Okay, so we will. Daisy will commit. Read the signs. Which gets her to a 5v4. No, she's a 4v4 because of Racked. We just don't want to lose this Brother Savior, basically. Give ourselves the best odds to not lose Brother Savior. 0. Okay, she passes. Excellent. Okay, and then Daisy will grab Century of Secrets. Okay. I'm okay at this point. Taking a damage. Alright, we're at 3v5. That is a tablet. If you fail, Nahab is not in play. So we discard 5 cards from the encounter deck. 1, 2, there's a curse. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so Mr. Rook takes damage and Daisy takes damage. Oh man. Okay, so we can actually just leave all of this behind, I think. Zoey could engage Brown Jenkins, kill him, and then move into Walter Gilman's room and not worry about the Hallowed Mirror. I think it makes sense. Alright, so Daisy will wake up. We just don't want to deal with these swarm of rats. She's going to wake up Zoey, so that's her first action. She will spend 2 clues and Pathfinder into Walter Gilman's room. Which is a 4-shroud, 2-clue location. You can take an action to draw 3 cards and take 1 horror element once per game. I will probably do that, actually. We can fill our hand up with cards. Okay. We took 1 action, we Pathfindered, we have 2 actions left. We just need to get 1 of these clues. Oh, we could have actually sent Zoey in, but... Because we need 6 clues. We need these 2 clues. Yeah, we need both these clues. So yeah, we'll take the horror and take the action to draw 3 cards. 2, 3. 2 knowledge is powers, which doesn't help us at all since we don't actually have a tome. Sorry. All right. So we will investigate. We are at 6v4. We will commit one of our what is the haunted is probably the top 2 cards in the encounter deck. It's not that bad. We can go up by 2 is fine. We'll investigate up by 2. I don't want to drop these knowledge of power. -2. Okay, she's got a clue. Nice. Okay, then she will She will Mr. Rook, going 9 deep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's an encyclopedia that we want. I think we'll take it. And I guess we have to take the Necronomicon. Okay. And we'll take the encyclopedia. There's 3 horror. So Daisy has these 2 knowledge's powers. I'm going to play both of them to activate the Necronomicon and take Daisy's free action, which will move all of this horror onto her and get rid of the Necronomicon. And that way, our Elder Signs are fine, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. She's got some horror, but she's got a deny existence. I actually meant to take the horror that she took there onto Mr. Rook, but hopefully that won't be a problem. Okay, so now it's Zoe's turn. So Zoe is going to... we already did the racked, right? Because we... yeah, so the racked isn't going to cause a problem for her anymore. She is going to engage Brown Jenkins. Which will give her a resource. She is going to swing at Brown Jenkins. We will commit scene of the crime to be 6 versus 3. We're taking a horror on the meat cleaver to do this. So we're going at 6 versus 3. Second action. -5, we fail. Okay. Okay, we'll take another horror. 5 versus 3. I guess we'll commit the stunning blow. 6 versus 3. Alright, so we take a damage from Brown Jenkins. We take a damage from this swarm of rats that comes in and hits her. Which we will go ahead and do the cross, since we're going to lose our Brother Xavier anyway. And then we lose the Ace of Rods and Brother Xavier, and we drop 2 more cards, which will be a Daring and a Hallowed Mirror. Well, at least we got our Hallowed Mirror. That's a thing. That's time for upkeep. We will draw, and we get a dodge and a resource. And Daisy will get read the signs and a resource. And we are at 4 Doom. The agenda will advance. This is, as you explore the old dilapidated house, the telltale scratching and scurrying in the walls becomes louder and more frequent. Every now and again, a fanged furry creature darts across the wooden floor, scampering in and out of rat holes in the walls. You wonder if this house is more than wood. If Brown Jenkins is in play, search the encounter deck and discard power from more rats and spawn it at Brown Jenkins' location. So we'll do that. And so his cross is ready, which will be relevant here in a second. We'll go get us from rats. Swarm of rats, and I shouldn't have shuffled this deck. But anyway, Zoe will cross to do a damage to the rats. Okay, now we draw encounters. Oh, we have to look at the new... Yes, this is the new agenda is... Okay, each non-weakness enemy gets +2 health. Okay, so after you defeat Brown, Jenkins, or Nahab, gain 1 clue from the token bank. 2 clues if there are 3 more messages in the game. So, yeah. So now everything just got tougher. So I'm glad I put damage on it with most of them. With the, with her cross. Okay, so, that goes here. So these are all 3 health enemies. Okay. Zoey will grab Pulled by the Stars. At the end of your turn, if you do not move at least once, take 2 horror. She is just going to get wrecked. And then Daisy is going to get Shapes in the Mist, Surge, resolve each haunted ability in your location. Well, their haunted ability in her location isn't too bad. It just discards the top 2 cards of the deck. So 1 and 2. And that surges into Meddlesome Familiar. Brown Jenkins not in play. Otherwise, 1 damage. Otherwise, searching in discard pile for a swarm of rats. Spawn it, engage with you, then take 1 damage. I'm not sure if we take a damage, actually. We'll take a damage. Because... But we don't spawn rats engaged with her because they're all engaged with Zoey. Okay. We don't have a Vicious Blow for Brown Jenkins, and he needs to take 3 damage. So the first thing we'll do is we'll use Enchanted Blade. Zoey will use Enchanted Blade. Oh. She's going to take 2 horror. Yeah, no way about it. On Brown Jenkins. So we're at 4, 5, 6, but it's really 5. So we'll use Daring. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 3 on Brown Jenkins. The Enchanted Blade. That is 0. So it takes 2 damage, and we draw a card from Daring. Which is Brother Xavier. Hey, at least we got another one. Okay. We will use the Meat Cleaver. We were at 4, 5 versus 3. Sure. 5 versus 3. -1. Okay, so Brown Jenkins is dead. We heal horror. We spend a resource to play oh, we don't have the we don't have a way to get that clue anymore, so we don't spend the resource. It's fine. We still get a clue from the token bank, so because we got rid of that card. Okay. So I'd rather take 2 damage from the Swarm of Rats than... I'll take 4 damage from the Swarm of Rats, though, and so 2 horror from the Pulled by the Stars. Fair enough. So for her last action, she's going to take a horror on the Meat Cleaver and go 4, 5 to beat 1. Attacking the Swarm of Rats. -2. Okay. She heals the horror, and the Swarm of Rats is dead. And she takes 2 horror from Pulled by the Stars. Okay. We just need 1 more clue. So, Daisy is going to spend 2 resources to put Encyclopedia into play. she will use it to boost her intellect up to 8. She's at 5, 6 from the 7, 8. She's going to get 8 before. She's investigating. This is her second action. Zero. She gets the clue. And she will pathfinder to here. And she will shortcut Zoey into Walter Gilman's room, and she'll take her last action to move. So they are both there. And we can go ahead and advance, which we will do, spinning all 6 clues. Okay, so standing in Dead Man's room is disconcerting enough, but what you find within is enough to make you want to leave and never return. Walter Gilman's journal is filled with descriptions of his dreams and visions, each more terrifying and perplexing than the last. He mentions seeing the figure of Keziah Mason in more than one occasion, and at one point calls her by another name, Nahab. As soon as you read the name aloud, the nearby window shatters, and an all too familiar spectral mist invades the cramped space. When it recedes, everything about the room has changed. A work desk and an aged bookshelf occupy a corner of Gilman's room, where his bed should be. The door you entered from is gone. Strange geometrical markings drawn with a sticky red substance cover the walls. So we swap Walter Gilman's room with the set-aside Keziah's room, taking its place, and we move all tokens and stuff. Remove each other location and play from the game, and then choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside black book asset. Shuffle both set-aside copies of Strange Geometry into the encounter deck. So, Strange Geometry goes into the encounter deck. We'll be pulling this up shortly, unfortunately. That is done, and then we get rid of all of this. And we will move them to this new location, which is Keziah's room, which is a 3 for odd 0 clue location. The fast trigger after you've successfully investigated Keziah's room. Instead of discovering clues, put the top card of the Unknown Places deck into play. That is this deck over here. Then you may move to that location. The Haunted is discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a hex card is discarded. Draw that card. Alright. There we go. We are there. And one more thing we have to do is we have to get the black book, which Daisy is going to take control of. It is a tome. She gets +1 willpower, +1 intellect, so she's going to be pretty beast mode here. And so we'll put that right with her encyclopedia here. And she is in good shape. Okay. Zoey takes a damage from the swarm of rats, and then we will draw cards and resources. So, and we have to look at the next act, which is Beyond the Witch House. Among the books in this strange room is a black, nameless tome inscribed with dried red blood. It matches the description from Walter Gilman's journal of the tome he named The Black Book. This room must be the haunt of Keziah Mason from over 200 years ago. It is rumored that Keziah had discovered deep mathematical truths that allowed her to traverse space and time. Perhaps you can find a way out using this knowledge. Only investigators in the witch house may spend a requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and we're looking for 10 clues, which is a lot. And that is somewhere in this Unknown Places deck. Alright, so Zoey will get a Guts. That's good. And then Daisy is going to get an Inquiring Mind. And a resource. Okay. Let's see. We should be at agenda 2. Put 1 doom on it. Or 1 of 6 doom. And we are going to get Realm of Torment. Oh my gosh. This is just gross. Zoey's just getting hammered so hard right now. Okay, so yeah, this Realm of Torment is when your turn begins, resolve each haunted ability on your location. The haunted ability here is you discard cards from the top until you get a hex. She's going to get another hex. Daisy is going to get Fate of All Fools, which is disgusting for her. This is absolutely awful. I don't know. Yeah. Because she's going to take 2 damage, or we're going to have to we're just going to have to treat Fate of All Fools like they're ancient evils. She has no damage, so. Unless we just get that enchanted mirror out. Okay, so what are they going to do? I think Daisy will just boost. I mean, she's investigating at a 5, 6, 7 versus 3, which is fine. So I think Daisy is going to use her encyclopedia here to boost Zoey's willpower. And I think that will be enough for her to do everything she needs to do. Daisy will go ahead and just investigate to get locations into play. She is 73. Zero. Okay, so she'll put this first unknown places into play. This is a 2-clue location, 3 shroud. Test 3 intellect. If you succeed, move to any revealed location. Limit once per game. So we're not messing with that right now. We don't. I mean, these clues we could get them, but I think we want to focus on victory point locations. Of course, we might regret that. Okay, we're going to investigate again. This is our second action. We use Pathfinder to get back. -2. Okay, we get the next location. Moldy Halls. Okay, so we're not landing here very well. You can request aid from your past self. There are no clues here. Each investigator at this location may return 1 card from his or her discard pile into his or her hand, and you record that you have meddled with the past. So, yeah, this is not great. Not the kind of things we're looking for. Okay. Zoey has to resolve the. She has to discard until a hex is discarded and draw it. Gets bedeviled. Oh no. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. Okay. You cannot trigger abilities on cards you control. Action abilities. So she can't actually hit the swarm of rats. And so she's going to get hit by Pulled by the Stars again, I think. Alright, so she's going to just punch them. She's racked, so she's punching at 3v1. Okay, 3v1, we do fail. Okay, we are going to punch again. -5. This is ridiculous. Okay. We are going to test Pulled by the Stars, committing guts. We are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because Zoey helped us out, or Daisy helped us out. We take a damage from the rats when we do this. Okay. But we don't want to take the horror from the Pulled by the Stars. So we're at 8v3. -1. Pulled from the Stars is gone. And then we are testing Realm of Torment, which again is 8v3. Oh, we draw a card from the guts, which is to take the initiative. So yeah, 8v3. And we auto-fail. So we're going to draw more hexes. Man, okay. So she takes another damage from the rats. We're going to draw a card. We get Vicious Blow and a resource. Daisy will get Mind Over Matter and a resource. We're at 2 of 6 Doom. And Zoey will get Diabolic Voices. We're going to end up discarding the Hallowed Mirror. I'm sure of it. Okay. So, we'll take the initiative to this. How many Diabolic Voices are there, though? 2. So, yeah. We're testing at 5. We're at 2. We're 2 up. And the Racked gets us 1 up because of Racked. So, we're 1 up on this. Because we are at 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 5. There's -3. So we're going to discard 2 cards at random from our hand. So we discard the Dodge and the Hallowed Mirror. Of course we do. So now our one way of healing is gone. Okay. And Daisy will draw Quieting Dreams. That's 5 willpower. If you fail, put it into your threat area. Then you discard the top card of the encounter deck. When the encounter deck runs out of cards, discard it and reveal the top 10 cards of your deck. Well, there's no way we're passing this. So it's fine. We're going at 3v5. Okay, that is minus. Are we in an extra dimensional? Yes, we are. By 4, it doesn't matter. This goes into a threat area. Okay. So we're going to end up getting Exterminator Detective very soon. Okay, so how do we do this? Yeah, Daisy still wants to go in there and boost Zoey's willpower. I guess she'll keep... Well, she could punch the swarm of rats, actually. Just to help her get through all this. Seems okay. She wants to boost Zoey's willpower because Zoey has to test the Realm of Torment. So, okay. Daisy will Pathfinder in. She will spend a resource to play Mind Over Matter. She will use the Encyclopedia on Zoey to boost her willpower. She's going to punch the rats, which are at 1. She's punching at 61. Mind Over Matter. -5. She still hits it, so that's 2 damage to the rats. And 65. -3. So the rats are dead, which is good. Then she's going to investigate to put a new location into play. 7v3. Okay, that is -2. So we get a new location into play, which is... Okay, after you enter the court of the Great Old Ones, test 3 willpower for each point you fail by. Take 1 horror, which is really not good, because she's got all that horror. We're going at 4v3. I will commit Read the Signs. I don't think we can... Oh, actually, we can commit Inquiring Mind, which we will do. Okay. So that's for 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Okay, that is -1. She passes. She's here. And it's a 3 shroud. The haunted on this is the next action you perform this round must be an investigate action. So she can just investigate. So maybe she doesn't get an enemy on her. But there's 4 clues and a victory point. So it's okay. Okay. And that is connected to nothing else. Let's put it up here. Alright, that is her turn. We're still not Mr. Rooking. Oh, she's got to discard a card from the encounter deck. She's still not going to Mr. Rook because you don't want to get that stubborn detective. Not yet. Okay, Zoey is going to test her racked. She's at 4, 5, 6 V3. Thanks. Actually, she will spend 5 resources to put in Brother Xavier. And she will test racked. Oh wait, nope. Before she does that, she has to draw until she gets a hex. Hex. Okay. This is test 2 willpower. This test gains +1 difficulty. For every... Okay. Test 2 willpower. This test gets +1 difficulty for every 10 cards in the encounter deck and discard pile. If you fail, discard an asset you control. Oh my gosh. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's a test of 4. We are at 4, 5, 6 to beat 4. That's -3. So we have to discard 1 asset. We will discard the Enchanted Blade. Or we'll discard the Meat Cleaver. We'll discard the Meat Cleaver. That's fine. Okay. No, we'll discard the Enchanted Blade. What's in here already? In my discard pile. No. Alright. Meat Cleaver should be generally okay. Alright, so we resolved that hex. Then we spent the resource. So our first action, we put Brother Xavier into play. Second action, we're testing the Bedeviled. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7 to beat 3. The extra 2 is from the Encyclopedia. Seven. Okay, -2. So Bedeviled is gone. And then last we're going to test Racked. 7B3. -2. And Racked is gone. Then we're going to test Realm of Torment. 7B3. -4. Still good because we had Xavier out. So, and we're going to go ahead and spend 1 resource to play off Fool Me Once. Put that on there. So the next time that card comes up, we will just cancel it. So that feels good. Okay. Whew. It feels all this damage and horror on Zoey is not great, but at least we have Brother Xavier. Okay. Zoey will get to take the initiative and a resource. Daisy will get, she's got a plan and a resource. Oh man, we're gonna go back around to the Necronomicon. This thing's gonna make us leave our deck, and we're not gonna want to draw cards because the Necronomicon is bad news for us. Okay. We are at 3 doom. And Zoey will draw. Strange Geometry. Okay, so it's a new location. It's got 1 clue. After the investigation phase ends, discard strange geometry, move each investigator enemy location with the most clues. Each investigator moved this way takes 1 damage and 1 horror. Okay. If strange geometry has no clues on it, move to your location. Well, that's not great. We're going to take 1 damage and 1 horror because there's no way she's getting that clue. Alright, and then Daisy is going to be doubled, which is a problem. Maybe we should have canceled be doubled. Okay, and then that makes this go off. And then counter runs out cards. You have to discard and reveal the top 10 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're just counting all of these cards. We're going to draw Stubborn Detective. And then we will take a horror, which we'll put on Mr. Rook. Alright, Daisy will use the free trigger on Mr. Rook, exhausting him and looking 9 deep. We'll get the Necronomicon. We're just going to have to live with it now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We do get a Sounding Revelation, so she can take 2 resources. She's at 4 resources. Yep, there's an Necronomicon. Fortunately, we have Daisy's tote bag, so we're okay with that. I think we need the Mind Over Matter, though. Alright. I think Daisy doesn't want to have to come back in there. Well, Zoey will get there quick enough. I think Zoey will just draw cards. I don't think she's going to get anything that's going to let her get that clue. So she will draw a card and get an Overpower. She will draw another card. A Lucky. She can investigate. And she'll draw another card and get an Overpower. And it's at the end of the investigation phase. Okay. Daisy will spend 1 resource to play Mind Over Matter. She's going to evade this Stubborn Detective. She's at 6v2 to evade him. We're going to evade him again. Actually, we're just going to punch him. 6v3. That is -4 if you're in an extra dimensional location. Are we? Yes. We were at 6v3. No, 5, 6, 7v3. Actually, we hit him. Okay, so we do a damage to him. Great. Okay, and then we'll punch him one more time. Maybe he'll just be gone, and we don't have to worry about him anymore. -3. Okay, he is dead. Alright, Zoey takes a damage and horror, which she will put on Brother Xavier. And then she has to move into this location because it's got the most clues, and she has to test 3 willpower for each point you fail by. And 1 horror, she's at 5v3. Daisy will pitch or read the signs. She's at 6v3. Zero, she passes. Okay, good. This Disquieting Dreams actually would go in here and this holding shuffles. Alright, we have no clues, and this is just going as terribly as can be. cards and resources. So we will get another lucky. She's up to 3 resources. Daisy. Ethereal form. Maybe will come in handy. Alright, we are at 4 of 6 doom. I'll start getting some clues, ladies. We get Zoey gets pulled by the stars. And Daisy will get diabolic voices. So there's nothing in the encounter discard pile, so she has to test. She's testing 4 versus 3. There's not too many cards we're worried about losing from our hand, so we're just going to get 4v3. Kind of prefer not to lose Mr. Rook, but -1, we pass. Okay, finally getting some luck here. All right, so let's see. I guess Zoey will go first. She is going to test the Bedeviled. She's at 5v3. Testing Daisy's Bedeviled. -1. Bedeviled is gone. Okay. And then Zoey will move 1, 2. We're going to grab that mirror back. That is the plan. We will see how that's going to work for us, but so we're not clearing pulled by the stars just yet. All right, Daisy is just going to investigate. I guess she'll tap Encyclopedia because she can to give herself a boost. So she's at 6, 7, 8 v3. No, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 v3. That's pretty ridiculous, but why not? 9b3. Still can't beat the autofill. 9b3. Our action has to be an investigate action. Okay, we pass that. And we finally got a clue of our 10 clues. 9b3. Okay, we got 2 of 10 clues. Time for upkeep. Zoey will get handcuffs and a resource. Daisy will draw knowledge is power. And a resource, okay. We are at 5 of 6 doom. So we will get shapes in the mist. Resolve each haunted. There's no haunted ability in our location, so good, that blanks. But it surges into diabolic voices. Okay. We'll take the initiative to this. So it's a test for willpower, and she's at 5, 6, 7, 8. 8v4. -2. Okay, so she passes that. Then Daisy will get racked. Racked. Okay, -1 to each of your skills. First test, it's not horrible given how high she is. Okay. So I think Zoey is going to test pulled by the stars. She is up. She's at 5v3. Auto fail. Okay, I'm going to do it again. 5v3. -2. Okay, I don't even have to lucky. Get rid of pulled by the stars, and then she will grab. She'll use that action to grab. She has a mirror. Put that in her hands. Fortunately, she's not going to really have the actions to play it. Daisy's going to investigate. I guess she'll use the encyclopedia to boost her intellect. -4, it's good enough. She gets a clue. We go again. Oh, yeah. The rack isn't affecting her too much now. -1, she gets a clue. And she will Pathfinder. She'll investigate to find another location to play. Okay, that's -2. We'll see what it is. It is Twilight Abyss. After you take, fight or agility. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage. So she's going at 2b3. And that is connected to the Court of the Great Old Ones. Do we have Acquiring Mind still? I think we used that already, right? For something? Yeah, we did. I guess we're just going to deny existence on this. It's fine. Okay, so we're going at 2b3 for agility. -3. Yeah, we don't want to take that much damage because that would just basically kill her. So we will deny existence. And we got some clues to work on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Neato. Alright, so that's both of their turns. Zoey will get the tower. Oh my goodness. Okay, that goes into her hand. She can't commit cards to this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. And a resource. And Daisy will get... Oh, deny existence. Well, that's good. Alright. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty key moment here where things get really bad. A dizzying violet light emerges from the crevices of the ramshackle house, behind cracks in the wooden peeling and underneath the floor, bathing you from every angle. An inhuman squeal mocks you as a figure emerges from the witchlight. Only a hint of humanity remains in her crooked and broken form. The crone cackles with a nightmarish timbre, her voice echoing and resounding from the realm beyond. It is Act 2 spawn. It says Nahab in Keziah's room. Shuffle both copies of Ghostly Presence into the encounter deck and Brown Jenkins and place him at Nahab's current location. Okay. So we'll get to Brown Jenkins. Put him here. Ghostly Presence. Shuffled in. I'm gonna look at Nahab. So she gets plus X. Yeah, her fight is number on the agenda. So yeah, +1. So it would be. She is at a 4 fight. She's at 5 health because the current agenda gives her +3 health. Yeah, so she's 535 or 353. She's here. She also, it says, after the enemy phase begins, if she's ready, place 1 doom on her. Okay, so this is each non-weakness enemy gets +3 health, and we still get clues for defeating either one of those. So, okay. And now Zoey will get Evil Past. Okay, we're going to take Horror. The agenda runs out. And when the discard pile runs out. And we get Century of Secrets, which will kill Mr. Rook, which I'm probably okay with, honestly. So she's going at 3d5. Just because then I can put out the other Mr. Rook. Okay, 3d5. Okay, so that's an auto fail because of the Necronomicon. Took all that effort to clear it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There's a curse. 4 and 5. Okay, well at least we got some rats. Okay, so Mr. Rook is dead. And she takes a damage. Oh, yuck. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, Zoey is going to spend 4 resources to play the tower. And then she is going to take a resource and spend 2 resources to play Hallowed Mirror, which is going to get Soothing Melody and put 2 Soothing Melodies into her very, very small okay. Daisy can deny existence. Yeah, she sure can. And then she can, I've got a plan. Okay. Okay, Daisy is going to spend 3 resources to put down Mr. Rook. His charges. Then she's going to use her encyclopedia to boost her intellect. She's going at, well, she doesn't really need to, but whatever. She's at 9b2. Investigate. Nice 5. She gets a clue. Investigating again. Okay, and she gets a clue. Okay. If Nadab goes in and whacks Zoey, she just pop Brother Xavier. I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so Nahab will come in here. She will do a damage and 2 horror to Brother Xavier, who will die and do 2 damage back to her. She will become engaged. Yeah. When she engages, we will tap Zoey's Cross to do another damage to her. So we only have to do 2 damage to her. And she'll be good and dead. That's nice. Okay. And then Daisy has to discard all her cards, but she has a plan, so she will play Deny Existence to not discard her cards from Brown Jenkins. I say that because Brown Jenkins moved to her. Okay, and then Zoey will draw a card. She gets Handcuffs. Not that useful. And a resource. And then, what do I spend my resources on? Oh, I put the Hallowed Mirror out. Okay, yeah. So it's out there. And then we get to read the signs for Daisy. And a resource. I suppose we could have dodged that attack from Mayhem, which probably would have been better, but whatever. Okay, so this is... She attacks each investigator location. Oh, she would have had a Doom, by the way. So that's fine. She was ready. Okay, yeah, she attacks each investigator location. We will spend 1 to play dodge. Oh, no, we have taunt. Did we have a dodge in our hand? Oh, we did. Because if we don't, we're dead now. No, we're not dead now. We're close to dead now. Yeah. I thought we had a dodge. Okay. Okay, so she attacks Zoey. Takes 2 horror and a damage. Okay. And hopefully we don't get another one of those. Okay, we get Shapes in the Mist. There's no Haunted on Daisy's location. Let me draw another one. Oh, it's this thing again that screwed her up so much last time. So we're at 4. Is there any reason to throw stuff at it? No, I don't think so. So we're just going to get 4v5. We need the +1. It's literally the only thing that can make us past this. -1. Okay, so that goes into her area. Okay, so let's do the big things first, because Nahab has Retaliate, which means if we miss, we are dead. And she's at 4, and we are fighting at... Oh, okay, so we only need 2 damage to her, so we will commit a Vicious Blow and an Overpower. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to beat, and we have a Lucky. Well, we have no resources to spend on Lucky, right? Where did our resource go? What did we spend it on? Shouldn't we have a resource? Oh, yeah, we do have a resource, so I can be Lucky. Okay, so we are at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had spent that resource on a dodge I did not have. And her cross is actually ready. So we're at 8. D4. Do 2 damage. Heal horror. Elder Sign. Okay, we do an extra damage, but it doesn't matter. As is standard. Nahab is gone. Doom is gone. She's in the discard pile. And we get a clue. Okay. So that is... And we draw a card, right? Which is a Meat Cleaver. Second Meat Cleaver. Alright, we will play Soothing Melody. And heal 2 horror. Or we'll heal a horror and a damage. And draw a card. Which is the Enchanted Blade. Okay, so that was our second action. Third action, I guess we'll move into Keziah's room. Okay, now Daisy. Time for Daisy's bold moves. We will use the Encyclopedia to bump up our intellect. We will engage Brown Jenkin. And we will spend 3 resources to play I've Got a Plan. And this had better work. So we are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, V3. Do 4 damage because we have 4 clues. Oh, 8v3 because of racks, but that's fine. -2. Okay, brown chicken is dead. And we get a clue from the token bank. Okay, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I don't know. As long as we don't get any rats, we're probably okay. So, but there's that one that's going to spawn Keziah. So, I don't know. Okay, Zoey will get, I'm sure, a soothing melody, right? Nope. Evidence, not something we need. And a resource. Get that enchanted blade out, though. Okay. And then, oh, and Daisy would have had to have discarded a card. Swarm of Rats. Okay, cool. In return, she gets another encyclopedia. And a resource. And we are at 1 of 8 doom. Let's do this quick, ladies. Okay, Zoey is going to get a Swarm of Rats. Okay, which are 4 health. She will use her cross to do a damage to them. And then Daisy. At least Daisy didn't get a Swarm of Rats. Fate of All Fools is just going to have to put a doom on her Fate of All Fools. We cannot take damage right now. Okay. I'm going to have Daisy go first. First thing she's going to do is Mr. Rook. We have no weaknesses in our deck, so we can go 9 deep and look for things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We want the deduction probably, but we'll take the Stunning Revelation to get 2 resources. Yeah, we'll take the deduction for the sake of speed. Okay, we're at 5, 6, 7. We'll commit to this to be 8v2. Deduction to get the 2 clues off of this location. -1. She's got those 2 clues. Come on, girls, you can do this. You can do this. Okay, she's going to Pathfinder. I forgot about the Racked, but I guess we don't care that much about the Racked. Okay. We are going to... So he doesn't really need the boost, so we're going to... Yeah, we boosted our analytics already. Well, if we, I don't remember if we boosted our analytics, but anyway, we are boosting our analytics. 6, 7, 8, 9. 3. Put on another location. This is our second action. 9v3. Auto fail. She has to discard until Hex is gone. Okay. Extra dimensional visions is going to have to discard an asset. This Necronomicon should have 3 horror on it, but it doesn't matter because I'm not carrying it. Alright. So how many cards are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Because I didn't show it. This is that one. It gets tougher for every willpower in the deck. Every 10 cards in the encounter deck discard pile. So there's only 10 cards. So it's a 3 willpower with a 4v3. We will toss probably Encyclopedia to be 5v3 and does Zoey have the willpower she can throw at this? She has a meat cleaver. She'll throw the meat cleaver. So yeah, we'll be at 6v3. You do not want to discard an asset we control. Elder Sign, which is an auto fail, so we have to discard an asset we control. Well, what would it be? Daisy's tote bag? No. We just use the encyclopedia. We'll just get rid of Pathfinder. Gosh, man, that was brutal. Okay. We're investigating again. Actually, oh, we could get rid of the black book, actually. No, we're actually going to get rid of the tarot. Okay. Yeah. So we are still at 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to last investigate to get a new location to play. That is -2. So we actually have another tarot we could play with our resources. But okay, we get the physics classroom. After you successfully investigate the physics classroom, but 2 or more, discover a clue at another revealed location. Okay, that's 2. 2 clues, and this is connected to what? Nothing else. So we'll put it right down here. There's 2 clues there. It is a victory point location, if such things matter. Okay, so that is her turn. Whew. Daisy, or Zoey, it's got the swarm of rats. It's a 3 health swarm of rats. We will just swing without empowering the meat cleaver. We're at 4, 5. Beat 1. Actually, 4 is 6 because meat cleaver gives +2. That's -2, so it takes the damage. Then we will we'll just swing. We're gonna slow play this. Okay, we're at 6 versus 1 again. Okay, takes another damage. And 6 versus 1. Okay. Swarm of Rats is dead. And we heal Horror. Okay, feeling a little better. Feeling a little better. We might be able to do this. Okay, Zoey draws a Guts. I feel like she's got too many cards in her hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we don't. So 3 resources. Daisy will draw. Premonition. Good stuff. And a resource. Okay, cool. Okay, we're at 3. Okay, Doom. Hopefully we don't get that card that makes Keziah show up. Or Nahab. Because I think that's a Meddlesome Familiar. Okay, search the encounter deck and discard pile. Spawn me location and take 1 damage. Okay, so Zoey's going to take a damage. So let's go get Brown Jenkins. It's better than Keziah showing up, I guess. So this is here. Take damage. Okay, and then Daisy will get Disquieting Dreams. Did we discard a card from the top of the encounter deck? I don't remember. I think we did not, which actually would have been that Meddlesome Familiar. We'll just discard 1 just to be fair. Oh, it's another Meddlesome Familiar. Nice. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we get 2 of these. It's fine. So we're going at 3v5. That is -3. Nahab is not in play, so we're okay. So Disquieting Dreams goes in. We're going to be discarding 2 cards at the end of... Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 clues. 10. get these two. Okay. So Zoey could deal with Brown Jenkins. She has enough to put the Enchanted Blade into play, which would potentially help. Put it into play. Engage. We don't have a taunt, though. Oh, we do have a taunt. Okay. Oh, but we can't afford to do it. Alright, it's fine. We will spend 1 resource to play taunt, which will engage Brown Jenkins. We'll tap Zoe's cross. So he has 4 health. He takes the damage. We will spend we'll put a horror on for the meat cleaver, which gets us to 4, 5, 6. B3. 6B3. We'll commit the overpower, I guess. Or do we? Yeah. Well, 6. We have lucky. So yeah, 6v3 is fine. Okay, 6v3 takes 2 damage. And then we will, for our last action, go at 6v3. We don't need to put a horror in the meat cleaver because we only need to do 1 more damage to him. Okay, that's 2. We will heal horror. He's dead. And we get another clue. Although, if Zoey takes, she's at 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay, she can take 1 more damage, but it's pretty gross. Okay, we're at 3 resources. Okay, Daisy is going to spend 2 resources. Well, first of all, she's going to boost her intellect. No. Okay, before she does anything, she's going to do Mr. Rook for 9 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll take the Astounding Revelation to get 2 more resources, which we've already spent 2 resources for the... Let's see, what are we going to grab here? Deduction, Clue Acceleration. Yep, always Clue Acceleration. Okay. And play... Did I spend those 2 resources earlier? I don't remember. We'll just say that we didn't. So 2 resources to play Read the Signs. And we are boosting her intellect up to 5, 6, 7. She's at 5, 6, 7, 8, and then plus her willpower 9, 10, 11. We are at 11 B4. -1. So we have both these clues, and we can trigger after you successfully investigate by 2. You can get another. And Read the Signs does not turn that off because it's a trigger location, so we can grab that clue as well. So we've got enough. It's good. We will Pathfinder here. We can. This is our second action. We will investigate. All right, 5, 6, 7, 8, B3. -1. Put the unknown places into play. City of the Other Things. After you reveal it, take 2 horror. Oh, you can. It's an action. A free trigger. You can put the top card of the unknown places deck into play unrevealed. For the remaining. We can connect it to another one. Do we want to take 2 horror? Sure. Yeah, because we can connect it. Because we know that last location is where we want to go. And there are 4 clues here. Alright, cool. So, This is connected. We'll go ahead. We'll keep these up here. We'll put this one and this one. We'll make these two be connected. Nothing too horror. Daisy will be alright on horror. We'll put one on Mr. Rook and one on her. And there are 4 clues there. Is there a haunted? There's no haunted. Okay, so we investigated. We investigated again. We have one last action. We will commit deduction investigating. We are at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, B3. -1, we get 2 clues. Okay, cool. We upkeep. Oh, and then she has to discard 2 cards from the Disquieting Dreams. Good to see the Fate of All Fools go. Zoey will take. There's her Soothing Melody and a resource. Daisy will get an Old Book of Lore and a resource. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4 of 8 doom. And Zoey will draw Bedeviled. You cannot trigger abilities on your items you control. It has 3 willpower to make that not be a thing. And Daisy will get Diabolic Voices. We probably don't care too much about this. Is there a card that she wants to not? Okay, she's got 1. So we gotta look to see how many Diabolic Voices we have in here. 1, 2. Okay, so she's going at 5B3 or 4B5. All this stuff is ready. -5, -2. So she has to discard how many cards at random from her hand? Three cards from her hand. So she will discard the other tarot, the ethereal form, and knowledge's power, leaving her with Old Book of Lore and Premonition, which is not too bad. Okay. So Zoey is going to play Soothing Melody to clear up her, well, actually, Daisy will go first. Daisy, again, is going to pump up her intellect. Actually, she'll use Mr. Rook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Any clue acceleration here? I don't see any. I think we'll take. What do we do with the shortcut? We'll take the shortcut, actually. Might be good enough. Okay. She'll pump up her intellect with the encyclopedia. She's investigating at 5, 6, 8 d3. -1. That's a clue. And 8 d3. Actually, it was 7 d3 for the rat. Keep forgetting it. -1. She gets a clue. And she will pathfinder into this location, which is unknown places. But we know what it is. It is the witch house. It's a 2 shroud, 0 clue. You can investigate if you succeed. Instead of discovering clues, heal 2 horror. Limit once per game. The haunted is lose 1 action. Okay. So we can turn in 10 clues. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 clues to advance this. Searching through the ruins, you find a rotting hole in the slanted ceiling, leading to a closed-off attic. Amidst the debris are crushed and splintered bones, some human and some not. More of Keziah's awful tomes are scattered about, filled with pages of dark rituals and black spellcraft. On the floor, a circle has been carved, or perhaps gnawed, into the wood. At the center lies a splatter of dried blood and a jagged knife. What terrible rituals were performed in this profane space? Perhaps there's a way you can know for sure. You take the knife and prick your hand deep enough for blood to well into your palm. Using Keziah's formula, you draw a pattern in the circle and carve a path through time. So we put the set aside a site of sacrifice location into play. If it's agenda 1, 2, or 3, find Nahab, even if she's out of play, and place 2 Doom on her and place her at the site of sacrifice. Find Brown Jenkins and place him at Nahab's current location. So we get the site of sacrifice, which goes here. It is connected to the witch house. And we will put Nahab and Brown Jenkins there. Brown Jenkins. And Nahab with her 2 Doom on her. And then we will read the act. Stopping the ritual. You part the seams of space-time and arrive at your destination. It is the same cramped attic, but a different time. The room is dark, save for a violet glow emanating from the far edge, where the floor falls into oblivion. From out of the abyss, the ancient crone and her familiar emerge. Nahab cannot leave the site of the sacrifice. Forced, when Nahab is defeated, instead of discarding her, heal all damage from her, disengage her from all investigators, and exhaust her. She is not ready during the upkeep phase of this round. If there is no Doom on Nahab, advance. So we gotta get that 2 Doom off of her. Do we know how to do that? Okay, I hope I remember this correctly, or else I'm a host. I'm going to shortcut into that location. So Daisy has 1 action left because she investigated Pathfinder. And we will look at the site of the sacrifice. So this is investigators to this location spend 2 clues as a group, and they can use each other's clues. It does not provoke attacks of opportunity from Nahab. Force at the end of the round, add clues to this location until it has 6 clues on it. 6 clues, 4 shroud. Okay. So yeah, you can take an action to remove 1 Doom from Nahab. So there are 6 clues here. What a mess this board is. All right, we're doing it. We're doing it. Okay, for our last action. Okay, and I guess Nahab is on her now. So for our last action, we will spend 2 clues to remove a doom. Then it's Zoey's turn. And Zoey will move and spend 2 clues because this is a group. And we can remove the last doom from Mayhem. Awesome. And then we get to advance. So that is very cool. The ancient crone lets out a banshee's wail as you dismantle her unholy ritual. The room unfurls through space-time, the cramped slanted walls unfolding to reveal oblivion beyond. The creature who was once Keziah Mason croaks a loathsome curse as her shapeless form is pulled into the void. Bit by bit, the wood-paneled flooring below your feet breaks apart. Then you are ripped, the pull from the stars, a muddy alleyway, the flute in the woods, the roaring abyss, the gaze of the watcher, the tower, green hillside, the black vortex, the screams of the accused, the piper, 3 arrows, a sacrifice, a ringing bell, an ascension, and you emerge from the anomaly, crashing painfully onto the floor, and we get R2. By the way, at the end of Daisy's turn, she was supposed to discard 2 cards, but there's the one that would have messed us up, which is we would spawn her at somebody's location. But we didn't have that, so it's fine. And we got R2. So this is the first time I've actually, quote unquote, won or survived this scenario. So I'll have to look. I believe we get 2 victory points from, but I'll have to look. But I know we have now gotten, we got the location ones, right? We got this 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got 4 victory points. I think we're going to get 6 victory points overall for this. And that feels really good. So awesome job, ladies. Did good. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a long one. I'm sure I messed up some rules. There's so many things to keep track of, with all of these kind of inevitable demise cards. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'm kind of exhausted, and so might take a little bit of a break before we head on to the Wages of Sin. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Winging It.